Welcome to another edition of General Driving. We're going to start off on the quieter roads and then head towards the dual carriageway, single carriageways and roundabouts. Just anything that pops up really, as this is general driving. So it's a bit tight around this bend, but we can see before the van. If you can look before the vehicles, you can see through the bend as much as possible. You can't see the full extent of the road, but you're not expected to. As long as you can see enough to keep you safe. And then we keep left here just in case something comes around a corner. And sometimes you can't always keep left because there's a vehicle parked up, but we'll do our best. So we make it easy for ourselves and we stop in a straight line so this vehicle can get through and then carry on again. So you don't always have to pull in on a meeting traffic situation. That line on the floor in the middle of the road is known as a hazard line. That tells you when you're coming up to something. That's going to make you slow down, change direction or stop. Usually found at the end of a giveaway line. So here is one of the most difficult junctions in this area. Difficult because they don't stop flying down the hill to the right. You're not really supposed to go and wait in the middle either, because that middle bit there is for cars coming from your left turning into the road that I'm just coming out of. You see there's a dustbin lorry unloading or loading. Just got to be careful we don't get too close to it. He's indicating to move off, but you don't have to let him move off. So we're going up a hill, quite a steep hill now, so you're going to need a little bit more gas when you're going up a hill. But you don't want to get too close to the vehicle in front. So if they're not giving enough gas, then you can't give enough to get up the hill really, so it's a bit of a struggle sometimes when people are driving slow. But there's nothing else you can do about that. So when you've given more to get up the hill, when it does even out, which it's doing now, you ease off the gas a little, because if you keep the same amount of pressure on the gas, then you're going to go faster than the speed limit. As you can see, it's gone to 40 zone. But again, the vehicle in front of me is not doing that speed, so I can't do it either. I will try and pick it up, but only when he picks it up. So again, we're looking further down the road. We're not just looking at the vehicle in front of us, we're looking a few vehicles in front, because what they do is going to affect him, which is going to affect me. So through his window I can see the vehicle in front was braking. Now they've stopped braking. But I'm also keeping my eye on him and the mirrors. I keep saying him, it could be a her. So I'm going to brake gently because he seems to have let go of the gas. See, some people do that, they let go of the gas, which makes the car slow down. So he's doing it again. He's letting go of the gas. He's not braking, he's just let go of the gas. This makes the car slow down, but not fully, as you can see. He'll start braking. Watch how late he's going to brake. So I'm already braking, okay, because I know what he's going to do. He's going to brake last minute. Unless his brake lights are not working. But which is even worse really. There you go, they are working. So he was very late on the brake. As you saw, he's either, if he's got a manual, he's gone down the gears and using his engine braking, which he shouldn't really do without his brake. But the brake lights are there for other road users. They're not there for him. My brake lights are not here for me because I can't see them from inside the car. They're here for other people behind me to let them know that I am slowing down. So as you've seen, you can get people that won't use their brakes, which causes a problem for you. So if you see that happening, you're getting too close to someone, it's because they're not using their brakes. So all you do is you back off, you don't get too close to them. So now we know he's not using them brakes the correct way. We won't get too close to him. Drop down to 30, but you should be doing 30 before you get to the sign. So with the 40 that we saw earlier, we start doing 40 after the sign, and when we're going down to a lower speed, we go to a lower speed before we get to that sign, because past that sign is the speed limit, and past the sign is the other speed limit to go faster. There we go, he's using the brakes now. Go left at these lights. There we go. Stop so you can see the wheels touching the floor. This is again in case they break down or in case they roll back. Now you'll see this on a few of my videos because I keep repeating the same thing over and over again, which is fine because it needs to be ingrained in your driving. Just before I move off in a minute, when the lights changes to green, I'm going to check my left and centre mirror. Okay, the centre mirror is not that important, but the left one is because of cyclists that could get alongside me while I'm waiting at these lights. So I'm checking my left mirror now. So there's no one there. And even if there was, it's just so I know that they're there. They shouldn't really go past me, but there are a few that could. And if that happens, you just have to wait for them. Still make it through if we go slow enough. Okay. What you don't want to do is go flying through there, because if you go flying through there, then it's showing the examiner and your passengers when you do pass that you're not really bothered about the dangers of the road. So if you're showing the examiner you're doing this with them in the car, the examiner's going to think, well, what are they going to do if I give them their license? If they're doing this with me in the car. So you've got to demonstrate safety by slowing down, showing the examiner you're going to be safe. This is how you pass your test. So I'm checking my right mirror at the moment because I'm moving out slightly. I don't need to indicate because I'm not turning right, I'm just moving away from the parked cars. And then I'll move it back in when I've gone past the parked cars. We can only turn left at the end, so you don't need to indicate. You can, but there's no need to really. It's important that you watch your signs because the signs are there for you. not your passengers or your examiner or your driving instructor. They're there for you. You're the one driving the car. You should be looking out for the signs. Now you see the bus is about to move off here. No one's letting him go. I'm going to let him go because I want to do it with style rather than trying to race past him and he cuts me up anyway. So if I slow down and let him go, then I'm doing it gracefully. I'm going to take the next road on my right. Now when I do, you're going to see hatch markings. And you can see them now, there they are. So I'm going to move into the hatch markings. So if they're clear, you're allowed to move into them if it's safe to do so. So I'm going to move into the hatch markings. Don't actually have to indicate here, it's just a habit. You wait for oncoming traffic, there you go. Turn back into a 20 zone. So the obstruction's on my side of the road here, so I'm going to have to wait for the vehicles coming because it doesn't fit both of us. But I don't wait too close to the vehicles. Oh, this guy's letting me go. So I don't wait too close to the vehicles, because if I wait too close to the vehicles, then I'm going to be messing myself up. So here there's enough space for both of us. So I'll carry on, but I won't go too fast. So as you can see, sometimes you can't stay in your lane, sometimes you have to be over the line. And that's okay, if you have to be, you have to be. But you don't stay over the line where it's not necessary. Up ahead of us we got green traffic lights. These lights only change when someone presses the button, so you can carry on, you don't have to worry because there's no one next to it. You should still keep your eye on them just in case. So you'll see a sign in a moment coming up to the bend here. It's a roundabout sign. Just a little bit further around this corner there's a roundabout. I'm going to turn right at the mini roundabout. Now it's a mini roundabout, so you'll see a white dot on the floor. With the mini roundabouts you're allowed to actually go over them slightly if you have to. That doesn't mean you should, it's only if you have to. So your right tyres can actually touch the roundabout, but the left ones can't. We're always looking as far up the road as possible, so I'm looking way past the brow of the hill there, because I can see over the hill. Not anymore, I can't, but as I come up around this bend I can see up and through. You can see the car going down the road now. I'm looking past the post box now. That's how far up the road I'm looking. But I'm also scanning the road in front.